You're listening to Were You Still Talking? Hey, and welcome to episode 3. We are continuing our conversation from episode 2. We're still messing around with what the podcast is going to be about and how I'm going to do it. Thanks a lot to my friend Anonymous for editing this enough so that he feels comfortable letting me put it up. So here it is. We're still just shooting the shit. Hope you enjoy it. Here we go. Are you going by John today?
Make sure I got my headphones. Can I hear myself first? Let's just check and go. Woo woo!
Suddenly you are really hot. We'll see how it comes out. I'm now recording in 2 different mediums. Mediums. Oh, but the tracks aren't separated on that medium, so it's going to sound like whatever.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you great.
Okay.
Did you think I couldn't hear you because I was talking over you?
No, I did the same change that you did.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you're entertaining yourself. I see. I get it.
Hey now.
You want to hear the sound of your own laugh?
Careful. Of course I want to hear the sound of my own laugh.
Sound?
I never entertain myself while on the phone. What is that red light for? Oh, yeah, I'm recording.
Means record.
I'm really curious how that recording is going to come out.
Been a while. Okay, so should we have a sync point, or are we just going to use pluralize, or should we just say? There we go.
There we go. There's our sync point. Except I only heard it on that end, but that's all I need, right? No,
it's true.
Not really.
It's true.
Right. I'm not wild about this, though.
You can still hear me, okay, though, right?
Yep, I can hear you just fine.
Cool.
Oops, too much reverb. How about this?
Reverb on a podcast?
No, well, no one will hear it but me.
On a test podcast, unless.
I'm the only one that hears any of this. No,
hello.
Oh, man, geishna.
My name is Joel. I'm the lost heir
no, I'm
to Trader Joel's.
Big effect.
Yes,
effects.
I see what you're doing. I get it.
FX5, FX6. Oh, see, these are the same thing. Oh, that one's preset. Oh, that's really weird.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, man, what are we talking about? What's going on here? We are back once again. Thank you so much for being away. Whatever you were doing and listening to, your life continuing and moving forward as needed to be. I'm back now with my friend Juan Albrecht. Juan, how you doing today? Too soon?
What?
See, now I'm personally a fan of hearing the H. Being a John without the H in my name, I'm a fan of hearing the H in words where you normally don't hear it. Like what, right? And whistle and whilst, right? Whilst. I mean, how often do you hear somebody say whilst? You don't.
You just don't.
H's need to be represented too. As somebody who is not given, it's a little bit of a personal journey of mine that I just want people that spell their name John to be called Jahan throughout history, right? As opposed to the proper pronunciation of John, which is Jon without an H. I think we need to just push for culture to bring the H back. So people can say, what the H?
So then people will be calling me Albrecht. Albrecht.
No, you would be Albrecht.
Oh, that's stupid.
Albrecht.
It's Albrecht. None of this is going to make the podcast.
What are you talking about?
So
we're actually on to something really important here, which is the letters that we see, the shapes of letters that we see. Did you know this? That they're modeled after what the mouth does and what you do with your tongue and teeth. And that was the visual indicator of what you do to produce the sound of that letter.
So it's like the animation charts.
It's like animation charts, exactly.
Like little animation charts.
It. Right.
Then why do people speak other languages?
No. It's just some people.
And how does that work with English people?
Or aliens.
With different accents?
What are you talking about? How does that work with English people with different accents? They say different words. Haven't we had this conversation? I worked for an English guy in Tel Aviv, Israel, and he would get so frustrated because I would play with him. And he would say, get something out of the boot. And so I'd go to my boot to try to get something out of it. And he'd say, how can two cultures speak the same language and not understand each other? Of course, he didn't really sound like a pirate. That's just, my go-to voice. But
where were you again? Where were you?
That was in Israel.
So you had someone with an English accent or the English language in Israel.
An English employer.
One of those people who doesn't speak the stupid English.
He did not speak the stupid English, and he really did not like dealing with people and speaking with people who didn't speak proper English.
Did he say to be sure and recycle your aluminium?
He would definitely say aluminium. He would say schedule. He would say...
It's schedule, isn't it?
Schedule.
Schedule.
Right. Schedule.
Anyone that watches Star Trek knows that.
Schedule. He would say...
Would he say, make it so?
Boot. He would... He would. He'd look at me and I'd say, what should I do with this this day laborer? And he'd say, make it so. No. Yeah, I did. I did.
Sure you are. So are your speakers all sticky?
Oh yeah. They've been sticky for the longest time, dude.
Well, so have mine.
People have long threads and blog posts about the sticky speakers.
Sticky speakers.
About the particular error of JBL in producing the LSR 4300 speakers, and they're just freaking sticky.
So, but is it the speaker or is it what people are doing in their studio?
It's not what people are doing in their studio. It's the speaker. And apparently, people were sending them in for a while, and they were like, for a price, replacing the faces of the speakers because it's really just that front face.
And that wouldn't change how they sound?
Oh, of course not, because they figured it out. They were like, we're putting too much WD-40 in our silicone-based coverings or whatever it is. Right?
Oh, so I could clean it with WD-40 and that would get rid of that.
You cannot clean it with WD-40. I've read a couple of threads of people who are like, you can scrub it, you can scrub it. I'm like, that just sounds stupid. So I'm like, okay,
no.
Why pick a scab that doesn't need to be picked?
Exactly.
Or
here's what you do:
scrub a sticky that doesn't need to be scrubbed.
Scrub a sticky.
You know what I'm saying? Scrub.
Maybe. Well, covering it with sticky notes might help.
That sounds like a song, though, right? Scrub a sticky.
Some people back at work where we met used to tease me and say I looked like the Black Adder.
The Black Adder. Now, for our younger audience, who is just about everyone who don't know who the Black Adder is, who's the Black Adder?
Wait a minute. You think there's a younger audience on podcast? I assumed it would be nothing but an older audience, and so that's why it might actually take off. So Rowen Atkinson, years later I found out, is who they were teasing me. Oh, you look like Rowen Atkinson. And now I'm like, well, great. I look like one of the most brilliant comics in the world. That's amazing.
So
I don't mind looking like him.
For people that don't know who Rowen Atkinson is.
I just wish I was a rubber face.
Did Rowen Atkins have any particular character that he might be best known for, or any particular skit?
Oh, the Black Adder. He did his first. I
get it. The Black Adder is Rowen Atkinson.
Wait a minute.
Rowen Atkinson.
Yeah,
have
someone
a role that he's known for.
I just saw this. I can't remember who it was. It was talking about how they hated Rowen Atkinson because they went to his, and they almost gave up comedy because they went to him in a comedy club when he was just starting out, and they went to like the first routine he ever came up with, and he didn't say a word, and he just like floored the entire, the audience was just totally floored, and this comedian had to follow him, and he was like, I'm screwed. So yeah, that's pretty much what he's known for.
Screwing a young comedian?
No!
Oh, for being funny.
For being funny.
Oh, I get it. That's cool. Well, that's a compliment,
without saying anything. So I looked it up. I had to look, I knew it would be on the YouTube. So, yeah, I looked it up, and you can see that routine. It's probably years after he did it that time, but it's hard not to laugh. What a face. Yes, he's mostly known for playing the coffee guy.
The coffee guy. The coffee guy.
The coffee guy, Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean. Mr. Coffee Bean. My favorite skit of his. It is Mr. Bean. My favorite skit of Rowen Atkinson, although I do love the air drums, where he's going across the entire stage, just going down. You know, that whole thing.
Anyone can drum without a kit.
Exactly. But he does it without sticks and without a kit. See that? We can hear the sticks already.
There's my sticks.
We know what you're going to do.
I'm twirling my sticks. I'm not going to touch my drums. I'm just twirling my sticks.
Right.
It might hurt my back if I touch my drums.
Joel, don't touch your drums. You can touch your stick, but not your drums.
New podcast rule. This might be my second podcast. New podcast rule. You can touch your sticks, but not your drums, and not your friend's sticks.
Not your friend's sticks, but definitely you can play your friend's drums. Bunga, 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 bunga. But what the skit of his that I really like is he does this. He is the maitre d'. He's the host. He's the welcome wagon, as it were, to hell. And he's welcoming down all of the people that have died and gone to hell. And he divides up the different groups, you know. So he says, you know, Catholics over there, and gives a joke about, you know, they didn't pray too much, and Jews over there, right. And you know, then he comes around to and Buddhists and all of that. And he's got funny little witty comments for all of them. But then he gets to atheists. Right, and then they're walking by, and he's just holding his clipboard imaginarily. He's holding his clipboard, and he's looking at them, and he's like, "Don't you feel stupid now?" And it's a funny moment, you know. It's funny because, the maitre d' to hell. Wait a second.
It would have been funny if Ricky Gervais was in that skit.
You know, because then he'd go.
Oh, jeez. You would really like his new show, He Never Laughs.
Oh.
Okay, he laughs a bit.
I was going to say, that's... Oh, wait, no, that's right, because he's playing a depressed person, right? Who's dealing with death?
He's going through some shit. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to do a whole not review on it. I'm going to do not reviews, because I'm going to do some podcasts to talk about different things I like, but only things I like. So
Jolie Schmoly Pudding and Pie, not reviews.
It's the Jolie Schmoly Pudding and Pie review hour.
You're gonna be like, I don't. There's no recipe in this podcast. I don't. How am I supposed to make a pudding and pie? How am I gonna make that pudding and pie? You can touch your keys, and you can.
Oh, I had some questions for you since I got you on.
Okay.
Since you're here now, and we're already doing our first, we'll have to have you on again because I have no other guests.
Yeah, I've really got to get running. I've got another appointment that I've got to get to. But
you're going running?
No. It's a aphorism. All right. So, what's your question, sir?
What kind of car did you get?
Well, I didn't get a car.
Oh, well, damn.
I didn't get a new car. Was that really a question?
It was a question because I thought
podcast question is that?
Be months.
Gee, that's exciting.
No, that tells people everything
I get
about
it. You want me to forecast into the future? Well, let's see. What kind of car did I get? Ooh, I am very excited to report that I got the Tesla Model 3. Yes. It drives like a dream. It's really nice, and it's great to not have to spend any money on gas. And its towing capacity is actually through the roof. I could tow an Airstream in that.
You could tow an Airstream with your teeth. How do do remote
teeth.
guests? That's another question I had.
How to do remote guests?
So,
you mean like what we're doing?
Like what we're doing now. So I've almost answered my question. Really, I just need a knob. I need a plug.
Don't we all?
Oh, No,
you do. You need a plug. You need a RCA.
I need a plug or a cord. Either one.
You either need an RCA to a 1/4-inch plug, or if you're going to buy something, I can't imagine. I mean, like, I have boxes of that shit sitting around, but
you just said a dirty word.
Shit.
No, buy.
Buy. No.
Buy. It's you didn't hear the first podcast, but I am determined to not buy anything.
Well, so in my, right, because you're doing it on the cheap. Right?
No, that's not why. It's
Neve preamps, and so I can go fuck myself with my Neve preamps and my. Oh, I said a dirty word again, didn't I?
Well, if you want to, yes.
Okay,
you're welcome to. No, the idea is to encourage anyone. I'm talking about the how to start a podcast, which I know nothing about. So I'm just outlining what I'm doing as I go.
Joel,
would you shut?
Joel.
A Tom Cruise impression, ladies and gentlemen. No, Matt Lauer. Matt Lauer, who we can't talk about anymore because he's not on TV.
It's kind of funny because it's true.
We can't talk about him.
Matt Lauer was a pretty glib motherfucker.
We can't talk about him anymore. He's gone.
Why can't we talk about Matt Lauer?
Because he's not on TV. Come on. Give me a break.
But he wants to make a comeback.
Do you hear anyone talk about
Matt Lauer? He's not going to apologize.
No, you can't.
He's not. Yeah, but Tom Cruise might.
Make a comeback?
I did have the thought, and I wish that I had done it a year ago, but maybe it's even still relevant. I want to do a documentary of all those motherfuckers that were taken down by the Me Too movement. All those guys that were taken out by the Me Too movement, I think that would make a really good documentary because a lot of them don't seem apologetic at all. And they do put forth the character as though they are now being victimized because of their actions. And it would be pretty disturbing and uncomfortable, perhaps, to watch.
Here's the thing about doing a documentary like that. I mean, I highly encourage it. I definitely think you should do it. The only difficulty you're going to have is finding new examples.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, with this whole USC and college, it's going to be hard to find new examples.
That's not sarcastic
exactly.
enough.
I get it. Facetious. Yeah, I walked right into that. Oh, non-gender specific. Okay. So Tesla Model 3. Yeah, that's the one. Oh no.
All right. Perfect. Done. One and done. Very good. Oh, here's another question. This will get us rolling on something else. No, I asked that one already. How many times have you explored psychedelics? I wrote this down this morning.
Dude.
You know, you're controlling your
my reality.
Your spot. I mean, if there's something I ask you and you don't want, you're the one recording it. So if there's something I'm asking you and you don't want it in there,
but you're recording this as well.
It. But I'm not. I'm not recording you. Damn it! Because it's not working.
What do you mean you're not recording me? Of course you're recording me. You're recording me on that tape.
Oh,
you might not be recording me into Pro Tools, but I know your game. You think I don't know? Wow. You know, I usually think of Joel Albrecht at what is it? Something in
hey, whoa. Well, that will be taken out.
Eugene, Oregon.
God, you nutcase. You're gonna put my social security out there next?
541.
You're so high right now, you don't even know it.
Don't even know it. No.
Ooh, what did I do?
No, that's my washing machine in the background.
Oh, that's weird.
Washing machine.
It sounded like feedback. It sounded like we suddenly had a feedback loop.
I know, right?
Holy moly, pudding and pie.
It's vibrating like. Ooh, I might need to go sit on it for a minute. Hang on.
Oh, so what other names is this? Yeah, my name ideas, all of them were used. It really
pudding and pie
sucked. So I need. Of course, Heidi liked the Jolie Schmoly pudding and pie.
Well, it's good. It's definitely good, but it's
Jolie Schmoly.
it depends on
listening. What. Just my opinion. I could go on. The name of the book I was going to write: How to Fail at Everything Without Really Trying.
Wait a minute. That's already a book, isn't it?
It must be. Yeah, I think it is. I think somebody must have wrote that.
How about this? How about...
There's a lot of books about how to fail.
How about What's Not Taken?
How about what?
How about What's Not Already a Podcast?
Oh, that's the name of my podcast?
Yeah. What's Not Already a Podcast?
What's Not Already a Podcast? Lots of things. Podcasting is brand new.
How about Joe Rogan is my inspiration?
How do people do 1,000 of these things? 1,000
easily. Man. You just get on the phone with a friend and talk.
Get a friend on the phone.
That's pretty much it.
I don't know any other people that are interested in talking. We're just so many non-talkers.
It's very true. There's a lot of non-talkers out there. You know, I mean, and we all have our moments. We have moments of talkers and non-talkers, and
I wonder if that washing machine noise is making it all the way through to my recording.
I can't imagine that it's not.
But I don't know how it could. Oh, it'll be on the tape deck. It won't be on my clean
on
Pro
the
Tools
tape
track.
Deck.
It'll be on your clean Pro Tools track.
It'll be on my nice and clean, synced up Pro Tools track.
Clean Neve.
That's right.
I got the Neve washing machine sound.
Ah, that good old Neve Washington machine.
Neve always makes it sound better.
Washington machine sound, yes.
Washington machine.
Speaking of Washington, I might need to go up to Washington eventually. Because I like it. But, I don't know. I guess I could bring my bike up to Salem.
Are you watching the washing machine go around now? What happened?
No. Should I check on it?
No. It just suddenly got really loud and your sound changed.
Oh, did it really? I think, I haven't touched the iPad that you're hearing me through. I'm just leaning back in my chair. I've got my SM7B right up in my grill, and I'm going through the Neve 1073 LB preamp. And I'm looking at the waveform and watching it go, wow.
Yeah, that's weird.
Wow.
The sound changed a whole bunch. Bizarre.
Let me see if it's. You can edit this, right? Or no? You just keep everybody entertained for a minute.
Like, what's that? You're leaving? All right. Now I'm listening to John's washing machine. Hey, that could be the name of my podcast. Nothing to do with anything.
Oh, it did just slow. It just slowed to a slower...
That got really quiet. Did you close the door again?
No. Well, first I opened the door and I checked it, and then I was like, holy
That's
moly.
when it got louder, when you opened the door.
I know. I mean, it's not much of a door. It's just one of those folding doors.
It's enough. It's enough for the iPad. To really pick up on.
But the reason why it's quieter now, the real quiet, because I had to come walking across the room too. It's a pretty big space down here. It's awesome because it's tall too. But I had to shut the door, and it started to wind down to a lower rotation, a lower speed. So it's still actually spinning, but it's just, it's one of those fancy schmancy Neve washing machines.
Oh, it's a Neve machine.
It's a Neve machine.
I came up while you were off playing with your laundry. I came up with another name idea.
Oh, yeah?
John's washing machine.
Round and round we go. John's Washington
meme.
What's Washington machine? That's it. I like it. That's the name. Washington machine.
Washington machine.
Joel Albrecht.
But we don't talk about politics. Unless we
Joel
do.
Albrecht. Today, things happened, but we're not going to talk about them. You can't use any of this.
I'm going to use it all. And
sorry, man. You can't.
Edit it down.
You can't do it. You can't have the stuff about the drugs or about the hookers or about the politics.
What you can do, because you're recording your end, because I don't have the right attachments, is you can redact any of that stuff.
I redact it all.
Just redact it. Just go in there with a magic marker and
if you print this,
color it off.
If you post this Oh man, there's going to be hell to pay. There's going to be some serious hell to pay.
Serious hell. All five people that listen to it are going to be very upset.
Ad dollars. You're going to sell out your friend for ad dollars. For ad pennies. That's all you want.
Because Neve is going to be
How do people do thousands
tomorrow,
of these?
before I even post it, Neve's going to be calling me, hey, we heard we're in your podcast. Would you like a free board?
All right. Wrap up your show, man. On the count of 3. Ready?
Hey, thanks for listening to another episode of Jolie Schmoly Podcast, Schmodcast.
I'm done. That's all I got.
Did you stop? Hey, thanks for listening. Tune in again next time, where I have my first actual guest, Kali Kardas, where we discuss things like, how do you pronounce her name? What do actors do to warm up? What's it like to be a young marketing genius? And much, much more. So check it out. Be kind to each other.